Nothing ever works out for us, Juke.
So?
You loyal to your family. I'm loyal to mine.
Marvin talked to me about replacing you.
Fuck this all up, Marvin.
You fucked up, Zap. Fame, OC, Crystal.
You don't know that all that's connected, though.
It's our understanding that the two of you were here during the time of the shooting.
Kanan fucking Star. Welcome, my brother.
What up, what up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm volatile, and we are locked in. This is what's next for episode 9 of Raising Kanan, and we only have 2 episodes left. But we did see Crystal get kidnapped. We know that Snaps and Pops has their own cops on their payroll, Pickett and Wiley. Also, RIP to OC. Unique lost Quan. Rock, she got to deal with her brother Marvin because Lindell and Early Tyler put them in a situation. So before we jump into this and break down the trailer for episode 9, if you like power content, breakdowns like this, theories, predictions, live after shows, tune in tonight. We also have an interview with OC, so we're going to find out what was going on behind the scenes. Then hit your subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so you get something every time I upload. Make sure you hit that like button and help me get to 75,000 subscribers. So let's go ahead and jump into it. This is what's next for episode 9 of Raising Kanan, season 4. Lou and B Rilla are in the studio, and we know that B Rilla told Lou that he did something stupid. And what we see Lou do at the end of episode 8 was get that old feeling back, and that's catching bodies. Now remember, he's been telling everybody that he's dangerous. We also found out that B Rilla ain't really who he says he is, and he's just an idiot that raps. Now the police are coming in there asking, hey, where were you guys at when this robbery happened? Well, it turned out that they were in the studio. Now, I don't know if they're talking about the actual robbery at Lowe's house or they're talking about Kenyatta and Julius's bodies that were found out in the streets. Now, either way, Lou was at the studio. But we know Lou ain't going to give up any information. If that pressure is applied to B Rilla, we aren't too sure if we can trust him not to say anything. But as of right now, Lou is going to be covering for him, and Lou looks like he's back in the game. Kanan is very nervous because we found out that OC is gone. We know that we don't have any money. And if OC is gone and we thought that OC took the money, who got rid of OC and who has the money? Now for us, we know that Unique was the one that went ahead and got rid of OC, and he's the one that got the money. But for Kanan, he's trying to figure things out. And with Crystal missing, he's still trying to figure out what's going on. Now, Rock has always told us Kanan doesn't know what's going on. So Kanan thinks all of this is connected together, even though Crystal, her whole situation is through Snaps and Pops. Now, she's kidnapped. They took her away. They're going to be applying that pressure to her because right now the streets are talking that dirty cops may have had something to do with Famous, and it's looking like they did. Now, we were initially thinking that it may have been Malcolm Howard, but it wasn't him. RIP that brother. So Kanan, he's sitting here and he's confused, but he did tell Crystal to leave. She got on the bus. It's just she got stopped by the police. They have Crystal locked up, kidnapped, stowed away in just her underwear. Now, I guess this is to apply pressure to Kanan, so Kanan won't talk because the police already knew about that Kanan Stark boy. Now, there's another part of the trailer, but I can't show that clip because I don't know what that body part is that they're showing. But if you go back and look at the trailer, it looks like that's Pops in the back coming to talk to Crystal. Now, Crystal doesn't know who Snaps and Pops are, but they're probably going to tell her, this is what you need to do. Tell Kanan to fall back, leave that alone, or feed her just some false information. Now, I'm not sure what kidnapping Crystal is going to do because Kanan was already willingly able to work for them and willing to do whatever it took to become a bigger member in the game. OC gone, Crystal gone, the money gone, fame gone. It's really just Kanan out here. So we hear him telling Juke, don't nothing ever go good for us. So she's probably telling Kanan, nah, you got to look at it from this perspective. You got to be open-minded about it. Remember, she did go and talk to Rock when they were cleaning out Joyce's closet. So she has a closer relationship with Rock, but she never believed that Rock had anything to do with OC missing, with Fame coming up missing, none of that. But Kanan is like, the hell with it. If all of this stuff is happening, why is it happening to me, of all people? So nothing ever happens for Kanan. As soon as he's moving up in the game, he loses something. And he was trying to protect Crystal because the best protection for Crystal was to get her out of the city because he couldn't protect her here. Garcia continues to pop up with Juke. Now, she didn't give any information when it came to the pizza slice, but now that OC is gone, she feels a certain type of way. Fame is gone. She feels a certain type of way. She wants revenge. So with Garcia coming around, maybe she does provide him a little bit of information about Unique being back and what Unique had going on. We know Garcia had spoke with Unique and he told him he should have stayed away. So right now, Juke's story is kind of in limbo. With Fame being gone and we think that it's dirty cops, we don't know that Juke is really capable of pulling up on a cop. Now, some street thugs, okay, yeah, we know Juke is going to do that. We just seen what happened with Rashawn, OC's brother. But Juke, on the other hand, I think she's just going to be looking to try to get revenge on whoever she assumes. So how Kanan's been moving is starting to rub off on Juke. Juke is already a demon, but now she don't have a target, so she's after whatever. Marvin's situation with Stefano is definitely going to get a little crazier because he took out Lindell, but he didn't take out Early Tyler. Rod clearly told him, you got two people you needed to handle. That's Early Tyler and his cousin. Now, he took out Lindell, and the reason he couldn't take out Early Tyler is because he's still making money for Stefano. But at least with this, Lindell won't be able to go and tell nobody about it because we know he runs his mouth. But Early Tyler could also run his mouth. And the reason I'm saying that is because Unique is trying to get with Snaps and Pops and let them know, look, I got Phil Russo. I'm trying to get Phil Russo to meet with Stefano and pretty much push Rock and Marvin out. As long as Early Tyler is alive, there's still a case of Stefano coming back with those concrete slippers that are one size fit all. So it's really up to Rock. And we hear Stefano tell Rock that Marvin came to him to replace Rock. Stefano is playing mind games. He's playing both sides. But this is what I've been telling you guys. The mob, they don't care about black folk, but they'll use them. They'll use them to get what they got. The same thing with Phil Russo. What did he tell Unique? I don't look like a B out here. You look like a B out here. That's you in the streets. I'm doing my thing. So Stefano telling Rock that Marvin came and told him that he wants to replace Rock, he's trying to divide them up, divide and conquer. Because if you got these two going at each other, they'll be more likely to lean on you and continue to do what you want. Now, I don't think Rock is going to believe this because Marvin did go handle that situation, but it's going to make her even more cautious, even though I don't know how much more cautious you can be of Marvin because it's a continuous thing with him. He's messing up, but we got to love Marvin. We see Kanan finally pulling up on Purcell. Now, Purcell is supposed to be the stepfather to Crystal, and allegedly he was touching on Crystal, and that's one reason she never wanted to go back. Now, Crystal is missing. So with Kanan coming up here, we were always wondering, was it because Purcell may have been touching on Crystal? But no, he probably thinks that Purcell has kidnapped Crystal or took her away. But that's not the case. But we do see Kanan punch him. And we also see in the season trailer him kicking him. But I don't think Purcell even knows what happened to him. He's like, man, I'm a janitor. I'm mopping up the floors. And he just ends up getting his ass whooped in the middle of his shift. So you got to go back to work with messed up ribs. But Kanan, moving off emotions. He doesn't have any facts. And remember, Rock always said, you don't know everything, Kanan. And at the end of the trailer, we see Unique talking to Mr. Kanan Stark. Welcome to the game. Well, Quan is gone. Kanan needs some work. He ain't dealing with his mama because he still thinks that his mother has something to do with Fame. So now he's getting introduced to Unique officially since Unique is back. And well, what I've been talking about for the last 2 years, seeing these two brothers work together, it looks like it's finally here. Whether Kanan's with it or not, if he's going through Snaps and Pop and owes them money, if they're participating in whatever Unique has, then it's just the way the cards are dealt. And sometimes you got to play them cards. You can't hold them and you can't fold them. You got to play those cards. And Unique and Kanan, it looks like episode 9 is about to get to cracking. All right, there you go. What's next for episode 9? Let me know what you think about this. Is Kanan and Unique going to be able to coexist with Kanan knowing that he took out Ronnie? And also, how is Stefano going to continue to play the Thomas siblings against each other while Lou is making beats? We got a beef brewing between Rock and Marvin, and it's being dished out by Stefano because right now it's a war going on outside and ain't nobody safe. Let me know what you think. I'm Motai J. If you like this kind of content, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Join in tonight, 3 p.m. Eastern, for the live after show on the clock where we talk about each individual character, followed by an interview with OC. I'm Motai J. Thanks for watching. I'm out.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.